And I'm going to continue this for the next session also, the importance of observations. Fingers, many times when the child comes, I tell them, and doctors who study with me, they know that, and who have seen me doing live cases know that I examine the palms, I examine the nails, I examine the neck, I examine the tongue, I examine the eyelids. Very important. They tell you a lot about the miasmatic pointers also towards the case. Fingers, I check the fingers of the child. Slender, long fingers, very typical for phosphorus compounds. Calcarea phos have very long, the children have long fingers. Phosphorus, long fingers. Calcarea sub, long fingers. So just by looking at this in your mind, you can think. Sometimes some children can have stocky fingers, which means the fingers are very thick, broad, thick, fat fingers. Think about Calcarea carp, Thuja, Medorhinum, stocky. Then I start looking at the nails, shiny nails, very typical for tuberculinum, very typical. This is a grand keynote of my teacher's father, that is Dr. Rajan Shankaran's father, Dr. P. Sankaran. This shiny nails was the favorite symptom of him. When he saw shiny nails in a child, he will think tuberculinum. Just give it. Shiny nails, tuberculinum. Remember, the great keynote of the great legend, Dr. P. Shankaran. A great legend. We go a little ahead. Carcinosin, children, they have a tendency to remove the nail beds. You can see here very nicely. This is the nail. This is the nail bed. And in that area, the carcinosin, they want to remove. They want to tear. They want to remove all the flesh. Carcinosin, ladies and gentlemen, tears skin around the nails. Carcinosin, if you see this, only one remedy, carcinosin. So I told you, just observe and prescribe. Shiny nails and white spots in the nails. Now, some children, you will see this kind of white spots. Can you see this? White spots. And there are many remedies for this. There is arsenic, there is sepia, there is sulfur. But Hahnemann has given only one remedy, that very often white spots, very often with cold palms, is silica. See, Master Hahnemann is given. No one above Master Hahnemann. Remember. Dekho. You can see here, bigger white spots, biggest remedy silica. Some children, the nails are corrugated. There are many lines on the nails. This is very typical for Thuja and very typical for fluorine compounds, which means fluoric acid, calcarea fluor, magnesium fluor, natrum fluor. Some children, they are biting the fingers in the sleep. They are in the sleep, they are elapse. Dekho. And some children, they are only biting the tips of the finger like this. Only tips. Carcinosin. This is given by another great homeopath. And his name was Hui Bun Hua. Very beautiful author. Hui Bun Hua. All the rubrics, many rubrics have carcinosin given by this author. Hui Bun Hua is very important author for carcinosin, very authentic author. Some children, the nails are. This is very typical for Medorhinum. And some children, the nails become totally black, so strong syphilitic miasm, very often crotallus horridus, very often graphitis. Some children, the nails are not growing so much, so properly. Think about the remedy, silicia. Ingrowing toenail. Some children, the toenail is ingrowing. And you can think about many remedies. One of the remedy of choice that I use very often, which I want to share with you, is a remedy, very beautiful remedy, is the remedy which is actually prepared from the south pole of magnet. It's called as Magnetis polus australis. And it is a near specific in cases of ingrowing toenail, Magnetis polus australis, ladies and gentlemen. You have to read about this remedy more in detail, but I'm just giving you an idea. Some children, the nails are growing crushed and split, antimcrude. More thicker the nail, more the antimcrude is indicated. The more horny the nail, the more antimcrude. You cannot prescribe this is a very typical antimcrude nail. Have a look. If you see this, this is an antimcrude child. But then you see the tongue, white coating, antimcrude. Then you also come to know a little later about the other symptoms of antimcrude. Antimcrude, they are very, very, you can say, creative children. They are children who don't like to be touched too much. They are children who don't like to be looked constantly. They are children who don't like to be spoken. Hello. Repulsive antimcrude. So hello and namaste. I want to invite all of you for our homeopathic pediatric online certificate course. It has just started. An introductory lecture has just got over. We just did it. But you all can still join. It's a 60-hour online course, certificate course. You will get an access for 1 year. You can watch the recordings again and again. And there are some really remarkable speakers in our course, including Dr. Vijay Vaishnav, Dr. Mayuresh Mahajan, Dr. L.M. Khan, Dr. Praveen Jain, some really phenomenal teachers, and all talking about pediatrics and talking about different topics in pediatrics. The case taking, the behavior, the developmental delay, the allergy, the homeoprophylaxis, the autism, the ADHD, everything together. It's a one of its kind of course, and I genuinely do believe that we are putting a lot of our energies in this course because this is one of its kind. We genuinely want to do something by which we can upgrade the education and also our own selves. So I hope that you all can still join. You can write to us. You have all the details. There is still a discount offer for next few days. Write to us. Be a part of us. I hope you liked the lecture before, and I hope you keep liking it again. Thank you.